Good morning, class. So today we are going to talk about central angles and their arc measures. So again, I can't emphasize enough, it's important to look at your vocab that you had done a couple days ago and refresh and understand the terminology so when we talk about it, you know what part of the circle you're looking at. So for today, it says, a central angle is an angle with its vertex at the, here's angle ABC, the vertex is at the center of the circle, and the two sides are, let's see, we have side AB and a segment BC. These are both radii. Okay, radius is for one radius. Well, there's two, we call it plural. So two radii meet at the center to make a central angle. So for example, as I had said, angle ABC is a central angle to the circle B. Remember, we identify the circle by its center letter. So in circle B, angle ABC is 84 degrees. Now, the sum of all central angles in a circle is what? Well, sum means to add. All central angles in a circle, well, a circle goes how many degrees all the way around? 360. So all our central angles are going to add up to 360 degrees. It says the measure of the arc, okay, so here, first I want to make sure I emphasize angle ABC, its arc is a minor arc, AC. It's less than 180. Less than 180 is a minor arc. So the measure of the arc formed by the endpoints of the central angle, so from here to here, it is equal to the degree of the central angle. Okay, now this is important because we're going to learn about another type of angle later on. So make sure what you understand central angles to show the difference when we learn the second one. So what it's saying is the arc is equal to the degree of the central angle. So if my central angle ABC is 84 degrees, its arc or intercepted arc, what they share, what the angle opens up to, that's the intercepted arc, they're the same. So if this angle is 84, then its arc is 84. So measure of arcs AC is 84 degrees because the central angle is equal to its arc. But then it's asking the measure of arc ADC. ADC is 3 letters, so it's major. So we want to know how many degrees is this arc. Well, how many degrees in a circle? 360. So if we take 360 and then subtract the 84, because I know now that the central angle is equal to the arc. If I subtract 84 degrees from 360, I then find out what my major arc is. So 360 minus 84 equals 276 degrees. So if I want to make sure it's correct, I would do 276 plus 84 gives me 360. Okay, so that is the foundation, the introduction about central angles. So now let's apply this a bit more. If you look at example 1, it says find each angle and arc measures. Here is my go-to. Before even looking at all of this on the right, I say fill in everything that you know and can figure out. And what I mean by that, my central angle is 122 for angle SQT. Well, the central angle is equal to the arc, so I know that's 122 degrees. I always say look for a semicircle. Semicircle meaning a half circle. So I see this half circle right here. Well, if it's a semicircle, in your vocab, semicircle is 180. So if the central angle here is 180, angle RQT is 180 because of diameter. The diameter cuts a circle in half. The central angle is equal to its arc. So that's 180. Therefore, there's different ways you can approach this to find the last arc measure and angle. You could either say, hey, here's a diameter. That's half a circle. Half a circle is 180. So 180 minus 122, you would get 58. So I would say either always check for the diameter half circle. But in this case, they did give us everything but this last part. Part plus the other part of the arc measure, plus we're trying to find a third adds up to a whole 360. Part plus part plus part equals whole. So you could do 360, subtract 122, subtract 180, still get 58. Okay, now we can look at our questions that they want us to fill out and it'll be faster. So arc ST, well, arc ST we found to be 122. Arc RS, minor arc, so it's the 58. 58. Minor arc is less than 180. Arc SRT. SR, so notice from S to R I pass 58 degrees, and then I'm going to stop at T. So I'm going to add up everything I pass by. So here I pass 58 plus 180. And I'll just draw an arrow here, so I say 58 plus 180, and that gives me 238. So this is a major arc, 3 letters. Could be semicircle, but we've shown that it's major, it's more than 180. All right, now number 2 I do want to bring up. I told you to look for a diameter. Look for a diameter, because that makes a half circle, 180. So I'll say look for diameter, because then we have 180 degrees involved. You could look for also vertical angles. Okay, and what I mean by that, if I look at number 2, this goes back to our geometry basics, which is why I had you review that in Delta Math, because this goes back to our basics that we learned. 21 degrees is vertical or across the vertex to angle MNL. So this is also 21 here. Very small, I know. But this is 21 and that's 21. Well, vertical angles, check. Do I see a diameter to help me? I could look at this diameter, that diameter. I'll look at this one. So if I do 180 diameter, makes a semicircle. 180 minus 21 is 159. So my central angle is 159, therefore the arc is 159. So if you look on the right, notice most of them are arcs. But if they say angles, it's going to be the same degrees, because central angle is equal to the arc. All right, so we have 21, 21. This is vertical to each other, so this is also 159. Now I can go here and answer my questions. So I look for arc JK, 21 degrees. Angle JNM, so N in the middle, JNM. Notice the middle letter is your center of the circle, so it's a central angle. JNM is 159. Arc KL, it's 2 letters, so I know it's minor. KL. From K, I can't go this way because I'm going to go more than 180. It's 2 letters, it needs to be less than 180. So I go this way. So that is 159. JKM. Now we're going to start traveling. Let me use a different color. So arc J to K, all the way to M. So I need to add up everything I have highlighted. So I'm going to have 21 degrees plus 159 plus 21. So 159 plus 21 plus another 21. So when I add those together, I find out that it's a major arc because I get 201 degrees. Okay, and then the last one, arc MKL. Let me erase what's in green. So now I have M. I can't go to the right because I have to stop at L, but I haven't dealt with K yet, so I have to go the other way. M. It's okay if you pass another letter. K, L. So notice I almost went all the way around. Almost. So you could either do one of two ways. You could add up what you traveled, which would be 159 plus 21 plus 159. Or if you notice you didn't even use this one arc, you could do 360 minus 21. So if I do 360 minus 21, I get what's in green. You could do either way. Or you could add those three together and you will still get 339 degrees. Okay, so this is my key to you. Look for diameter, 180. Look for vertical angles because they are going to be equal to each other. Okay, fill in your circle first, then try answering the questions. So what I'd like you to do is, my hint to you is look for vertical angles and diameter because I do see it. I want you to try 3 on your own. All right, I want you to try out number 3 on your own. See how it goes. So pause it, fill in everything you see. Remember, central angle is equal to the arc. That's all I'm going to tell you. Then we can fill in the answers. Okay, so pause it and give it a try. All right, so if I look at this, I see I have first off, I see vertical angles. So this is 72, my central angle is 72. Vertical, that's 72, therefore its arc is 72. Remember, central angle is equal to the arc. Central angle is equal to the arc. Now I have different ways I could approach this. I see a diameter here, here, and here to find a missing piece of the puzzle. Well, I could do this first. I could cover this up and say, okay, I have 180 semicircle minus 72, and we get 108. And then I could add up all of these and subtract from 360 to find the last piece of the pie. Or if you see it or prefer it, I see a half circle here, I could do 180 minus 87 minus 72, and then I will get, let's see, 80, 159, 21. So again, if you did 360 minus our 3 known arcs, you'd still get 21. Now let's see how it went. For angle UXY, ooh, they got you. Wait, did I remember? V. UXV is 72. Arc ST is 21. There it is. VW, 2 letters, so minor arc, 108. TW, another minor arc. So T to W, I don't go the other way. It's not a major arc, it's 2 letters. So I should be going less than halfway around. So I would do 21 plus 72, get 93. And then TVW. TVW. So I could add up these 3 numbers I passed right here. So I see 87 plus 72 plus 108, and you should get 267. Okay? All right, so give it another try. And I want you to try number 4. Fill out everything that you can in here and then try the problems. Okay, so if I look here, I have 90 degrees, so this is 90. I see if I cover this up, I see a half circle, 180, so 180 minus 90 is 90. Vertical angles, 90. You might have done it this way too. Here's another diameter. 90 subtracted from 180 is 90 as well. Got 34, so I know the central angle is 34. And then if I wanted to, I could do 360, subtract everything to find this last piece. So let's see, I have 360 minus 270 is another 90. So 90 minus 34. 90 minus 34, my brain hurts, 60, 56. There we go. Now let's try this out. So arc CD, 2 letters, minor arc, 90. FD, so from F, I don't go the other way. FD's 2 letters, minor, so I want to go less than 180. 90 plus 34 is 124. DCF, so from D to C till I stop at F, I have 90 plus 90 is 180, plus 56 is 236. And GDF, erase all this, GDF. So I went all the way around except for using 56 degrees. So I could use 360 minus 56 and I get 304. Okay, so remember, central angle is equal to its arc that it opens up to. Look for diameters, semicircle 180. Vertical angles are equal across the vertex. Very important. All right. Now, on to the other side. Oh, for good measure, I will have you try 5. So pause this video, fill out what you see, what you know, and then try filling in the blanks. So pause and give it a whirl. All right, now, if I fill in what I know, I see vertical angles, so I know arc QR and arc TS are both 19 degrees. I see this box, this right angle, so these two angles add up to 90. Well, one of them is 19, so 90 minus 19 is 71? Yes, 71 degrees. And if I know that this is 90, I see a half circle, semicircle, so 180 minus 90, or 180 minus 71 and 19 is 90. And I see this semicircle right here because it goes through the diameter. So 180 minus 19, 70, 161, is that right? Yes, 161. Okay, now let's see how it goes. So PQ, arc PQ is 71. Arc SR is 2 letters, so you go minor, not more than 180. So 161. Q to R to T. Well, I see that I have 180, because if I add these two together, that's 180, plus 19, you get 199. PSR, P to S to R. Okay, because if I go this way, I don't hit S and I hit R. I need to stop at R at the end, so I go the other way. So that way I pass S, stop at R. So then I add these three together. Again, I've got 180 plus 90 is 270. And then arc PS is a minor arc. So arc PS, can't go this way, that's major. So PTS, it's okay if you pass a letter, but we want to stop at S. So 90 plus 19 is 109. All right, hopefully that's going okay. Again, notice it's going back to understanding 2 letters of an arc is minor, less than 180. 3 letters could be a semicircle, 180, or a major arc, more than 180. All right, it's going back to vocab. It is important. I promise you will struggle a bit if you don't understand the terminology and the parts of the circle. So please, please, please pay attention and try. All right, now let's talk about if central angles are equal to the arc. Now we're going to start finding x. Good old algebra. So find each value or measure. Well, they want me to find x. Well, they gave me 15x minus 26 for arc RS, and they gave me 26 degrees for ST. We'll look at that. It goes through the diameter. It's a semicircle. So these 2 arc measures are going to add up to equal 180. I'm using that to my advantage. I will combine like terms, solve for x. 26 minus 26 gives me 0. Divide by 15, and x equals 12. Ta-da! All right. I know you're thinking it's too easy, just wait for it. Well, let's keep looking. So, let's see, number 7. If we look, this one I can see how it could be a little confusing, but if I am just looking at what they gave me, notice what I highlighted? These 2 are vertical to each other. Vertical angles. Vertical angles are equal to each other. So I have 103 degrees. I should move this down more. Is going to be equal to 18x minus 2 plus 15. 18x minus 2 plus 15. Part plus part equals the whole arc, which should add up to equal 103 degrees. Back to algebra. Combine like terms. Negative 2 plus 15 is plus 13. Subtract 13 over and then divide by 18. Well, I should be thorough, but you know how to solve 2-step equations. I know y'all. So subtract 13, divide by 18, you get x equals 5. See, notice how we're using diameter to our advantage again, vertical angles, and when in doubt, just do a full 360 depending on what happens. So I want you to try out 8 and 9 on your own. All right, decide, are they vertical? Do they make a semicircle 180, or what else can I do? Okay, pause the video and try 8 and 9. All right, so for number 8, I see what they give me. Central angles are equal to their arcs. These are vertical angles. They're across the vertex. So I set this equal to each other. Move your x's to one side, and then you have a 2-step equation. You should have gotten x equals 17. Now, perhaps I should have just said to do number 8. It's my bad. But if you did it, awesome. Once you find x, then it wants me to find these measures. So I get to do my favorite jingle. Plug it in, plug it in. So 10 times 17 is 170. Use my calculator this time. 17, subtract 22. So if I plug it into this expression, I find out this is 148 degrees. Well, these are vertical, so this should also be 148 if I found x correctly. And now I'm going back to like what we were doing above. I'm filling in everything first before I finish off my questions over here. Okay, so now I've plugged it in. Ooh, I see a diameter. 180 minus 148 is 32. Vertical angles, so this is also 32. So I had to solve for x, plug it in, and do as we were doing earlier, okay? Filling in everything we know, and now I can say, okay, arc AD, that's a minor arc, so it's 148. Arc CD, minor, 32 degrees. And then BDC, I want 180 plus another 32, 180, 202. No, I'm having a brain fart. 180, 212. Whew. There we go. Okay. All right, now pause if you haven't tried number 9 yet. If you have tried 9, I'm going to go over it now. So pause it if you haven't tried it yet. All right, so here I see that they gave me a semicircle of information. So these expressions of my arcs should add up. Part plus other part should equal the whole semicircle. Semicircle means 180. Combine like terms, two-step equation. We would get x equals 9. Because I see I can do 17x plus 5x, which is 22x. Negative 41 plus 23 is a minus 18. And then you have a two-step equation. Okay, then you plug in your values. So we have 9 times 5 is 45, 55, 65, 68 degrees here. And they're vertical to each other. So this would be 68. And then 17 times 9, subtract 41. This is 112. Which makes sense. If I look at a diameter, 180, well, 112 plus 68 does give me 180, so it checks. And then I see vertical angles with 112. So JK, for just kidding, is 68 degrees. MJ, not this way, that's major. It's 2 letters, so minor, 112. LMK, even though we passed the letters, fine. So I'd add 68 plus 112 plus 68, and we get 248. Okay, all right, last one, try out number 10, and we will call it a day. So pause the video, try number 10, solve for x. Okay, so step 1, at least solve for x first, and then we'll pause so you can fill in everything and fill in your answers. So if I look at this, I don't see vertical angles. It might almost look like it, but I do not have a diameter anywhere. So 180 is out the window. Vertical angles are out the window. What's left? Well, I'm given a right angle, so I know central angle is equal to its arc. I have 90, 8x, 21x minus 12, and 10x plus 9. I went all the way around, full circle. So here, I'm going to add them all up. 90 plus 8x plus 21x minus 12 plus 10x plus 9 equals 180. Whew, good grief. So, ouch, badness, Santiago, 360. We want a full 360. So if I combine like terms, let's see, 29, 39x. And then we have, let's see, that's negative 387 equals 360. Two-step equation. You will get that x equals 7. Okay, so if you haven't finished this part, that's fine. I want you to pause it, plug in your x to everything you can, and then solve what these are. So pause it if you haven't done that yet. All right, so if we plug everything in, 7 times 8 is 56 degrees. 10 times 7 is 70, plus 9 is 79. I'm just plugging in my x value. 21 times 7 minus 12, we get 135. So now I can answer the rest of the questions. I had to find x first before I could fill in everything before finishing it off. So arc WX is minor. I don't go to the left. I gotta go the other way. So it's less than 180. 135. Let's see, YW. Y to W. So 90 plus 56 is 146. YX, 2 letters, minor arc, 79. And VXY, so V, can't go here, I've got to stop at Y. I haven't even passed X yet. Oh wait, VXW, apologies. V, can't go this way because I got to stop at W, but I have not yet passed X. So it's almost all the way around the circle. So I could do 360 minus 56, or I could just add up these 3 numbers. Either way, either of those routes, you get 304 degrees. All right, so also attached is your homework assignment. Homework 2, central angles, arc measures. What I would like you to do, and I'm sorry, but I'm going to say do all of them, 1 through 15. You never know when I'm going to decide on all the work we've done that maybe if you do it all, I'll count the even or the odd as 100% and then the other as extra credit. So I'm just going to say do 1 through 15, y'all. You never know what I'm going to choose. And this is great practice, so 1 through 15. Okay? All right, y'all take care, be safe, and we'll keep in touch.